recorded.
But it's good that you got to get back and now you're there.
We good?
You didn't weren't sick there.
Frank, we're gonna start. Welcome to the what's today's date? June 5th Board of Trustees meeting. Let's rise for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I would like to make a motion to open the public hearing portion of our meeting.
Do I have a second? Trustee Franco, all in favor?
Hi. Let's change the order a little bit and let's move the North Hempstead Country Club fireworks to the first position so we can get Dan in and out.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Welcome once again to the board.
Thank you so much. This is all for you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
June 30th is our annual fireworks display celebrating the 4th of July. Rain date July 1st, excuse me. Launch of fireworks between 9:30 and 9:45. Really depends on how dark it looks outside and how quickly I'd like to get the members off my property. As per usual, we would like to extend the invitation for a viewing area on the property for non-members or local residents. And appreciate you guys letting us do this every year.
We appreciate you inviting the public and we appreciate you doing this every year. Now, Ronnie, for the record, the mailing was sent out.
Mailing was done. Everything has been returned.
Max, you have any questions? Because I'll run into you at the fireworks like usual.
Yeah, are there any smiley
I
faces?
just stay in my backyard and watch them.
I don't know. Honestly, we really just leave it to them and they do a great job. So it is amazing how they do that these days.
Any questions from anyone in the public? That sounds like a resounding no. Any questions from the board?
I just want to state for the record that as I was walking in here, somebody said tonight's fireworks night. I got very nervous what was going to happen at the meeting. I didn't realize it was to talk about this. I feel much better.
I hope that it stays that way. That was all.
Maybe it's another meeting, I don't know.
It's early.
At least a decent start.
Alrighty, so I'll make a motion to grant the fireworks permit pending the normal conditions we put on it for June 30th, 2023 at about 9:30 or 9:45. Do I have a second?
I will second.
Trustee Lewandowski, by a show of hands, all in favor?
Aye.
Let the record show that was unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you all
Thanks,
very
Dan.
much. Hope that was all the fireworks tonight.
Second on the agenda will be our the continued public hearing on proposed local law H, where we're amending 85-5 to extend permit expiration for new residences to 18 months. This is probably our second public hearing on the matter. For those of you who are new to this, it was recommended from our building superintendent that we extend our normal 12-month permit for new house construction 18 months because due to some of the complexities and size of these new houses going up on Flower Hill and due to some issues with obtaining materials, it's very, very difficult for builders to get projects done in 12 months. So instead of having to deal with permit extensions and other issues, it was suggested we just expand our, or extend the expiration to 18 months. And I think this will just help speed things along in the village. So is there any questions from the trustees? Are there any questions from the residents? Now our village attorney will tell me something about SECRA.
Yes. This is a type 2 action. It does not require secret compliance beyond making that determination. It's a type 2 action because it's just the amendment of an existing regulatory section of code.
So that being said, I can make a dual motion, I believe, to pass this. Can you phrase that for me? Because I always get it wrong with secret.
I don't have, I'm sorry, I don't have the written resolution,
Well,
but
the
go ahead.
determination would be, upon review, the board of trustees determines that this is a type 2 action, and then no further secret compliance is required. And would you also like to include the adoption of the
Yes.
and the proposed local law is hereby adopted?
I will make that motion. Thank you, Steve.
Okay.
And a second?
You want a second for that resolution?
I'll second it.
Just, Deputy Mayor Denise? All in favor by show of hands and voice vote?
Aye.
Okay, let the record show that is unanimous. Thank you.
Third up is the continued landmark designation hearing on the Elderfields Preserve. Ms. Gershon, thank you for coming. I apologize I didn't say hello to you when you were in the parking lot before.
I was enjoying a little part.
I know, I drove right by you and I'm like, I think I know who that is, but I really didn't connect the two until Peter told me that was you. Steve, you want to help me out with the actions the board's taking tonight?
Sure. The board has before it a recommendation by the Landmarks Commission with respect to this parcel of land owned by the county. I understand that the hearing has already been closed and that the record will be kept open for the purpose of further written submissions.
Correct. And that being a document from the county.
Yes.
My understanding is today, that we don't have any chance to speak anymore, that we basically will be voting on the matter.
Well, we did close the hearing.
Okay, I'm so sorry, because we are a public hearing, we're being recorded, could you just identify yourself,
I'm so
give your
sorry.
appearance?
Anna Gerzon, 1 West, Mineola, New York, 115.
That's okay.
That's
Thank you.
So yes, we already have closed the hearing. I mean, I don't know necessarily want to reopen it for any new information.
The problem with reopening it is the public didn't have notice that the hearing would be reopened, and they're not here to hear further testimony or to give their own comment.
Right.
So we are in receipt of a proposed agreement.
Right.
Right, which I believe our attorney reviewed and found acceptable.
Mhm.
And the only thing we're still waiting for is a survey showing the entire property with all of the different parts. That's one.
And I have spoken to the board about the survey. I don't know if you recall that it was a pricey item to obtain. I do not have it presently in the file. So what I did was reference a lot number and encompass that whole area, which was confirmed. If a survey is necessary, it is quite pricey. I will order it, but I was just trying to save a little money.
I appreciate you wanting to save the taxpayers of Nassau County money, but I would defer to our attorney as to if that's necessary or not.
Well, since we're keeping the record open for written submissions anyway,
Mhm.
why don't I confer with Jeff and let him advise you, and he can pass the word along to, I'm sorry,
And person.
Anna Gerson.
I'm just wondering if a composite survey, and this might be a question for Mr. Blinkoff, taken from like the tax map, since everything is contiguous.
Yeah.
If that would suffice, and that would certainly be, huge money savings on
And
that.
it would reference all of the 4
Right.
lots.
Yeah, but they're not always accurate, tax maps. Are they, how accurate are tax maps?
I found
We
it
don't
pretty
use
good.
them because they never are.
Well, if there are individual surveys accompanying that might be adequate,
You can piece them together.
yeah.
Well, maybe something that I could just show that we're referring for that agreement to apply to the whole entire area, not just the house.
So why don't you discuss it? Unfortunately, Jeff isn't here.
No problem.
Discuss it with Jeff. If it's something that's acceptable to him, it's
No.
acceptable to us.
Do you have a business card?
I do not.
I'll give
I'm
you one of
sorry.
mine. I'll give you one of mine.
Thank you.
Put on the right Jeff's name on it. Okay.
If I could just be informed of